Here's your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Blake Keller. Here's a look at the top stories we're following today. A structure fire in Gratiot County closed part of M46 early this morning. The Breckenridge Wheeler Township Fire Department received that call around 4:30 for a kitchen fire in an apartment above a laundromat. The apartment suffered heavy smoke damage. No injuries were reported. Authorities say it's unclear what started the fire, but add it's not considered suspicious. The Environmental Protection Agency announced $1 billion to fund cleanup efforts at 49 Superfund sites, including one right here in mid-Michigan. The agency set aside infrastructure money to continue its work on cleaning up the Velsicle burn pit in St. Louis. The former chemical plant made insecticides and fire retardants before closing in the 1970s. It did leave behind contaminated soil that seeped into the nearby Pine River. The money will also help fund cleanup projects in Charlevoix and St. Clair Shores. And the State Department of Labor and Economic Opportunity has given more than $2 million in grants to 9 programs to help employers fill talent gaps. The money goes to programs including the Genesee Career Institute and the Bay Aranac ISD Career Center to connect people seeking adult education directly with employers in need of talent. Programs receiving funding will work with the Michigan Works Network to identify participants most prepared to successfully enter the workforce. Here's Chris now with a look at your forecast.
The Blake expecting an above average day temperature wise. It may not feel like it though. The mid to upper 30s that we're projecting this afternoon will feel more like the 20s when you factor in the wind. The gusts could be around 30 to 35 at times. Sustained winds between 10 and 20. As we look towards the evening hours, those will eventually die down a bit, and it looks like they'll shift to more of a westerly direction and northwesterly direction overnight. And some of the clouds that have been away from some of our southeastern locations through the morning should eventually fill back in too. And then once a cold front passes by tonight, we'll get a brief patch of clearing, and that will lead to a pretty chilly start to the day tomorrow. Your first Warn 5 hour-by-hour forecast through the evening shows we are dry. We are expecting that dry start tomorrow as well. Once we get into the evening hours, it looks like we'll see our next chance of snow, especially north of the Tri-Cities. Looks like a little bit of accumulation possible there as well. Only expecting about an inch or two in our far northern areas closer to M55. Lesser amounts to the south, if any accumulation at all. Looks like barely anything once you get to the Tri-Cities and south of there. As we take a look at Christmas Eve, expecting primarily rain showers to move through, mostly in the afternoon and evening. Once we get past that system, it looks like things dry out nicely for Christmas Day, and we should manage some sunshine in between a few clouds that are passing by. And it looks like the day after Christmas in great shape as well, just a little bit cooler. We'll be back to the mid-30s after getting into the 40s on Friday.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.